Patty Culhane is in Washington, D.C. Patty, the U.S. president, I mean, I know it's earlier in the day where you are, U.S. time. The U.S. president has been writing and speaking about what's happening here and about Iran. What did he say?
He has, and it's a complete juxtaposition from what we heard from his vice president, J.D. Vance, when he was speaking before the cameras. It was really unprecedented, talking about remaking the Middle East. It was conciliatory, it was hopeful, but then we get this post on social media from Donald Trump, and he wrote, Iran must immediately stop their highly paid proxies in Lebanon from causing trouble. If they don't, we'll hit Iran very hard again, just like we did last week, only harder. And that, again, is a different tone from even the U.S. president in the last couple of days. He has been very critical of Israel, telling them that they're being overly violent, saying you don't have to take down an entire apartment building just to go after one person. So the president sending the message that Iran is to blame, where the vice president had exactly the opposite. So definitely different messages coming from the two most powerful people in the Trump administration.
And Patty, so that's the president who's in the U.S., of course. He's not here in Switzerland. He's not taking, well, he might be taking an active part in the negotiation remotely. We've seen that happen in the past, but he's not physically present here. His vice president is leading the U.S. delegation here. What can you tell us about the U.S. delegation here, what they want?
Well, we heard from the vice president, who is obviously in the lead, along with Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law and envoy, and Steve Witkoff, his special envoy. We're not clear exactly what the backbenches, the technical teams. Obviously, when you're talking about nuclear weapons, nuclear enrichment, you need scientists. So we haven't gotten any sense or any readout from the Trump administration as to who else is there. But obviously, the three that I just mentioned taking the lead role. And we heard from the vice president, even before he got on the plane, saying that the biggest issues that he wanted to focus on is Lebanon, which obviously is the #1 issue for the Iranians, and also the nuclear talks. And that is where there's been a bit of confusion in the United States. J.D. Vance has been going to pretty much all the media outlets trying to sell this deal, and he keeps telling people that the U.S. is going to get the enriched uranium from Iran, but the agreement calls for them to dilute it inside Iran with the supervision of the IAEA. So when he says he wants to tackle the nuclear issue, it's not quite clear if what he's telling the media is what he's going to try and get, or what's in the agreement is what they're going to focus on.